Hello everyone, my name is Brother Tongsly, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Genshin Impact. Where we last left off, we have reached Aru Village in the desert. And we got to see a little bit of conflict and tension between Sino and as well Alatheim. And we also got to meet Candace, which is also a character that I have all the way here. Nice! Oh yeah, and we also got to see Dia again, because she was coming here to visit. So, we're going to continue on our little adventure and go outside to see what's happening outside in the village after the sandstorm when Candace went to investigate and see what's going on outside and deal with the creatures. Because apparently, creatures prowl in the sandstorm. Yeah. I'm, really curious, actually. Not actually scared. I'm more curious. Everything's quiet. Too quiet. Ooh, I like the color of the teleport statues in this area. They're a nice sandstone, like brownish tan with gold trim. Very nice, actually. I like it. I always love the creativity some people do in different regions. Even in real life, like how people can make like homes and stuff like this out of like sandstone and make their own like form of bricks with their own artistry and masonry. It's really, really creative. I like it. But we're not here to sightsee stones and such. We're here to see what the hell's going on. And I'm seeing abyss wolf things.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Yeah, your stamina is actually really something to have fought this long. Even though for me it was only like, what, a few seconds.
Ah, here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Okay.
Propagate!
Whoop, you missed. Whoop. Okay.
Way ahead of you!
Woo!
Time to rock!
Yeah! We're gonna rock! You're gonna see what the rock is cooking! And he is cooking Shadow Wolves!
Propagate!
Wow, you guys are actually a little durable. Come on!
Yeah.
You just die already!
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
I don't know, but we're just gonna keep at it!
Space.
Just keep at it!
Ready, steady, go!
There we go.
Sage's wisdom.
Yeah! Yeah! That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Yeah! I really need to see what Quicken does. I don't know, it just says that it does Quicken, but I don't know what exactly Quicken is doing.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Oh, crap.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Did not mean to click
So we
out.
should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Oh, I did have injuries, but I healed that quick.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children.
Village Elder, I'm guessing?
I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Okay, I was close enough. Village Elder, Village Chief. I was thinking of literally the same sort of topic. Well, pleasure to meet you.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common. but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the Academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia Forest. The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Okay. Tainari brought this up before.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Will you two calm down?
You're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too, long as these two calm down.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I say that is a good opportunity to watch him and make sure he doesn't do anything.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
I had to climb up there first because I wanted to get that Dendroculus. It was out in the open.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
So, why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers? Why not just call them Mad Scholars?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident.
Okay.
The Academia has long exiled Mad Scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When Mad Scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the Mad Scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
I say that sounds like Nahida's power.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
Yeah, I would say it was, the scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Trying to be.
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah, we saved Sumeru City together in the not-so-distant past.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
Huh? Where did you come from? What's this
By the
about,
sounds
Grandpa?
of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
I say just help the kid out, Sino.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Okie dokie. Back to Candace. Wait, hold on. It's saying to go somewhere else to see Candace. Looks like... up here? Yep, up here. Alright. Enter the village chief's house. As you approach the village chief's house, Sino is...
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. From the look on Sino's face, he probably connected the dots as well. Yeah, either that or he's pondering about something else that, still has yet to tell us.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Guess it's time to find a grandpa!
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your Grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Oh boy, this is probably gonna have no voices, so get ready for a lot of yawning. Here we go, first yawn coming in. Can't wait to get facial expressions more into my avatar so that it can follow my expressions better.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers?
Oh,
Oh, let me think.
guess we don't have
When
to
I was
read.
eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Gee, thanks.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Still no answers to what we're looking for, but I'm glad your house is safe. Let's see. Looks like this person is either below or... Okay, yeah, they're below.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Huh? What? Something happened? What? You said something? Monster? Godzilla? Titan?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
King Deshret and the Three Magi? Okay, it looks like something's been possibly following us. I guess we're gonna find out what Sino has to tell us in the next episode, because we're actually all out of time for this one. So we're getting some more details, more about these mad scholars and like what they've been doing in this village, of what keeps them calm. And it turns out it was just Nahida and the power that she's been like giving them to make sure no one's homes gets collapsed and destroyed. And it seems also this kid's grandfather has wandered off pretty far, and wherever he is, no one's seen him. So I guess we're just gonna have to hope in the next episode we find that grandfather for the poor kid. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell so that you guys can stay notified of the content that uploads onto the channel and to help support it. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye!